Alright, what's going on, everybody? At Division 3 Round 2 here at Spain. And the weather report is rolling in. Looking like a dry quali. Potentially rain at the end of the race. So everything right now looking dry. TGL Stewart, first one out of the pit. To start his outlap. Remake. Remake of yesterday, eh, Fox? Is that what you're thinking? Alright, well, this outlap is going on. As usual, we will check on all the necessary stuff. Alrighty, go. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Not looking like rain till the end of the race. Their prize. Fox is overconfident right now. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm also very confused as to who is in the second McLaren. Apparently it's no name in the second McLaren, as TGL Stewart here gonna round the final corner, start his lap. So first person on the lap will be a banker for TGL Stewart. So it shouldn't be anything too crazy. Just get the car around the track. Make sure you don't invalidate. Just get a time on the board. Not too much grip either, so. Yeah, so he's just taking it nice and easy here. And the second gear. Nice exit. Alrighty. So, TGL Stewart. Oh, a little bit of slide there. I don't know if that was lag or he just caught the curb wrong. You have to have a really low ride height to catch that curb wrong, but maybe there's something I didn't see, a little bit of lag or something. He caught a tire on it. So he's going to cross the line with a 118.5. Who is next? So Wardy's on an outlap. And like the next person to come across is going to be Stab Rulis, who's coming across right now. And actually, no, it was Lay Jake. My bad. Lay Jake's going to do a 119.0. Lunatic Kai is invalidating his lap. We're going to go on with Dune here. Dune coming into the final corner now. Setting his first time. Going to be in the 118s. No, 119.5. So actually, I think Kai might have done 2 outlaps. Burn off a little extra fuel. Stab goes pole with a 118.2. So Lunatic Kai is going to be on his first lap now. So he's coming into turn 1 here. Takes that nice and clean. Gonna hug to the right as much as possible. Shortening the track as much as you can there. As No Name goes P4 with a 118.6, and Nathaniel goes P1 provisional pole with a 118.192. So we'll see if Lunatic Kai can beat that. Ooh, a little bit of a slide there on entry. That's turn 9 he's coming through now. Almost to the third sector. Let's see what he's putting up. So a 51.9 through the second sector. Into the third now. Coming up to the last couple corners here. Just keeping it clean, clean, clean. A little bit A little bit too much curb there. It's alright. Got the car stable. And he'll come across on pole with a 1:18.0. Nice lap from him. Jump down here with Felix. Felix doing some hard training for this race. Was having a conversation with him earlier. Really trying to refine his hot lap earlier in the wet and the dry. So he is prepared for all situations. A nice job through 9 there. Doing a 52.4, so not a super quick lap from Felix so far. Just a banker for him, so not looking to do anything too special at this point in time. Looking like it might be in the 119s, maybe a high 118 for him. Looking at the second sector split, so it is a high 118, a 118.7. That'll put him P6. And Bowie's on an outlap, Fox Blue on a flyer. Let's see what he does here. 51.6, so pretty quick here from Fox Blue. Fox Blue put it on pole yesterday in Division 2 and ended up winning the race after a spin on lap 7, I believe it was. So it was a good recovery from him yesterday to take the win. He's looking to maybe have a repeat here today as he comes across the line and does a 1:17.5. Very quick lap from Fox Blue. 5/10 ahead of Lunatic in second place. Jump on with Hammer here. Hammer, same thing as Felix. Had a conversation with him about some lines and really refining his lap. So he's done a whole lot of training for this race, and the guy works hard. I've worked with him a couple times personally, and he's really got some drive in him to become a faster, more consistent driver and get up there on the podium. So as he comes out of the final corner now, it's going to be a 1:18 something, I believe. A 1:18.0. So nice lap from him. Going to go P3 at the exact same time as Lunatic Kai. A 1:18.051. So great lap from him as a banker. Bowie, looks like Bowie had a slide or something here in validation. And Rishi just started his first lap for the day. We'll stay on with Rishi here for a little bit. Those guys that set laps already, there's a couple of them coming back out. There is the McLaren of who knows, because he doesn't have a name. And Nathaniel Lunatic Kai and RPM Husserk. So RPM Husserk just started his lap. I believe Bowie might be going for another one. So Bowie's on a lap again now. Late Jake gets a 5-place grid penalty. What's that for? A collision. Oh my gosh! And that is definitely going to throw off Rishi. He's definitely not going to be able to complete the lap after that. Who was that? And Bowie retires. So Bowie turn 3 retires. Must have been trying to take turn 3 flat, which you can't do in a normal qualifying around this track. The car will, about mid-corner, just completely lose all grip and slide out on you, and I assume that's what happened to him there. As somebody else is off. Who's that? Nathaniel. So Nathaniel doing the same thing, it looks like. Turn 3, dangerous corner. Jump on the Lunatic Kai again. So currently a 5/10 gap from Lunatic to Fox Blue on provisional pole. This will be the start of Lunatic's second lap. And as I said, guys are just trying to take this corner flat, and it's not working out for them. He's got to be really careful here. Holy mackerel. Just gets out of the way of some of the other drivers. But yeah, like I was saying, you really can't take that turn flat. It's the ssame thing with turn 9, the uphill right-hander. Stavroulis is out of the session as well. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was Stav or if it was Lay Jake that had a spin up in turn 9. The uphill right-hander. And almost took out not Rishi. So one of the AlphaTauris out, 18.2 for Stav. And Bowie also out of the session in 15th to the 136.2. So Bowie didn't have a chance to set a lap. Kind of sucks for him. We got Huss though on one, I believe, here. No, so Huss is chilling. Is Kai gonna go for another one on these scrub tires? We're about to find out. The tires were taking a bit of a beating from the spin he had there, so let's see if he's coming in, of course, yeah. So good decision to come back into the pits there and put a new set on. And so Hammer on an out lap. I'm trying to figure out who this is. Let's have a scroll through. It really just won't tell me who this is. It's the Ghost. So we got Ghost here with a 118.4. Currently looking like he is doing either an in-lap or yeah, so his gas light is flashing, so I believe this is an in-lap for him. Felix is on a lap, I believe. Coming through the last couple now. Going to be pushing the car a little harder here. Takes that very cleanly. Just a little bit of curb. That's all you need. Coming up to the line now with a 118.0, so that'll put him P2. So far, not a lot of drivers challenging Fox Blue. Still 5/10 ahead. Lay Jake on a lap here now. Is he going to take this flat? Oh! Lets the car run wide so he can keep that grip. So nice shot from him there. He's down 1/100th of a second. So coming into the middle of Sector 2 here. Tough set of corners. Takes the first one cleanly. Is he going to try and take this one flat? Let's find out. Nope. So yeah, that one, you got to come off the throttle just a little bit. The car can become very, very unsettled as you come out of that corner. And sometimes you can catch the curb and it'll throw you into the wall on the right. So he's coming up to the last couple corners now. Ooh, takes a lot of sausage there. As I just realized what I said and how that sounded. It is a curb, ladies and gentlemen. Sausage curb comes across the line with a 118.7. That's going to put him P12. So, most drivers in the pit right now, chilling. You know, getting a drink of water. Having dry ice blown in their face. Because it is Spain and it is hot. Hammer is on an in-lap, I would say. He just forgot to turn off his ERS. So, Lay Jake coming in. Prize Phantom. I've been on with Prize. Prize puts in a 119.3. Goes P14. I'm wondering here if this is another lap he's doing, but he is down 600ths of a second on his last time. So we do have just about 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session, so you're going to start seeing a lot of the cars coming out of the pits in the next half a minute to minute. Lunatic Kai and RPM Huss are on outlaps. Same thing with Wardy R6. Phantom, see what he can do here. Coming up to the chicane now. First clean, second clean. Looking like a decent lap. 118.8, so a nice lap from him. Let's throw it in P13. We got RPM Hussert. Just started his lap coming through turn 3 now, up to turn 4. Nice and tight. Gonna short shift it into 5th, get on the throttle as early as possible. Throwing it through this corner in 2nd or 3rd. Short shift into 3 or 4, as he does. Do this. Oh, a little bit of a slide there, but nothing too crazy. Activates the DRS, run down to sector 3 here. Let's see what it is, a 52.0, so he is down on his time by about a 10th. 10th and 200s. So if you can gain anything in the 3rd sector. Ooh, a little bit of a slide there. You gotta really come out of that corner in either 4th or 5th. So he is going to go down to 10th. That'll put him in the 117s, 117.9. As Lunatic Kai coming into the 3rd sector, 2.5 tenths up on his last time. So if he can get a little bit more time, he is going to bring it close to Fox Blue. I didn't catch this. Hammer put in a 117.555. I did not see that. I apologize, but that is a very quick time. 117.7 for Lunatic. So Hammer about to start his final lap. Fox coming into the 3rd sector now. We're jumping on with Hammer. Gonna see if he can put something faster up. I know he can. Hammer, I think, can definitely get it down to the 117.2, 117.1 range if he really hooks his lap up. Throwing the car through the first couple corners there. Keeping it tight, grabbing a little bit of curve there. It helps to slide the car around the corner. You know, minimizing the track length. He's up on his time by 200ths of a second. Nice and early on the throttle. Should come through here. A little bit of a short shift. You gotta ace this uphill section. Nice and early. No real big issues. No! And he's lost it. Turn 9. Front wing damage. That's going to be it for Hammer. The session is over, so the cars that are on a lap now will finish, and that will be the end of the session. This is dangerous. It's Fox Blue coming into the DRS zone. Passes Hammer in the wall. And Fox is up by 2 tenths on his time. Looking good here for Fox Blue. I've said before, the 1 lap pace of Fox Blue is not anything to be questioned. He is quick on under 1 lap. That's going to be a 117.137, so a very nice lap from him. And Lunatic must have got blocked. It's a frenzy in the final sector. So many cars. Felix coming into the pit lane. Wardy not going to be doing a lap. Bert, I would assume, is coming into the pit lane. And that is everybody else finished their lap. So it's going to be Fox Blue on pole with a 117.1. Hammers UK with a 117.5, and Lunatic Kai in 3rd with a 117.7. Very, very nice job from those 3. Close battle between Hammers and Fox Blue. Fox Blue was just able to open it up there at the end. Hammers had a bit of an incident coming through turn 9. Lost the car on the exit. It's difficult. You have to lift a little bit. I think Hammers was just on the throttle a little too hard through there. And the car ended up grabbing a little wheel spin on the exit, throwing him into the wall. So, we got 7 people in the chat. I want to see some predictions. Who do you guys think is going to be on pole? Who do you think is going to take the race win? Do you think there will be some rain at the end of the race? Rain is forecast for the end of the race. So how do you think that will shake things up? 15% chance. So 15% chance of rain. Gonna run through for the coordinator here, Mr. Stav. So Fox Blue hammers Lunatic, Not Rishi, RPM Huss, Eon Dune, or Oindune, Felix. We got No Name in 8th, The Ghost, Nathaniel in 9th, Stav in 10th, Bert in 11th, Wardy 12, TGL Stewart 13, Phantom in 14, Lay Jake 15, and Bowie Rurd in 16th. Stewart, you may be correct. You may be correct. I mean, we did see a little bit of a mess up from Fox yesterday, but he was able to pull it back and still win the race. Now, can he repeat that? Is he going to want to spin again and try and show the world that he can spin and still win races? I don't know. I sure would like to see it, though, because every time Fox spins, this live stream becomes an absolute party. About to start the formation lap now, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes here when that starts. Alright, so a little extra forecast coming in. Looking like the rain is going to get heavier towards the end of the race. So, how will that create chaos? Because there will definitely be chaos. Division 3 in the past, known for a little bit of anarchy. So far this season, you know, last race in Australia, we did see a little bit of, you know, a couple cars turned into planes. Not pointing any fingers, Hammer. But his car did take off. Still, you know, not pointing any fingers. So, predicted strategies are on your screen now. As you guys take a look at that, let's put some position change on, telemetry, lap data. Full track map is on, and we will do the interval to start. So, I always like to see who the winners and the losers are off the start, position gain and loss wise. They're just warming up their tires. Let's quickly see what tires everybody's on. So most of the grid, a little bit of a mix between the mediums and the hard, but most of the grid are on the medium tire. A couple guys starting on the hards, and Wardy starting on the softs. And Wardy might do a soft hard, maybe like something like that, soft hard. I think Wardy might be trying to gain a couple positions off the start. And then hoping for rain later, he might hop onto the mediums or the hards and run them until it's time for the intermediates, if it's time for the intermediates. So back to position change. Cars are lining up on the grid now. We still have the Ghost here in P8. There is absolutely no one driving this car. If we could look behind the wheel, we would not see a human being sitting there. Felix gets disqualified. Horrible parking job from him. I love you, Felix. Jumping on board with Lunatic here for the start, as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights, and we are off for Division 3, Round 2 in Spain. Looking like a pretty good start from Hammer here. And he gets into first place. Is Fox going to fight him? Oh, it's a two-way battle here. Side by side in turn 1. Who's going to come out ahead? Looks like it's going to be, oh, still side by side, but it's going to be Fox Blue. It's looking like Remember, these guys are starting on 70-degree tires, so it is going to be tough. Hammers loses out to Huss as well. A little bit of a challenge to get the tires warmed up. It looks like a bit of an incident happened back there. We didn't catch it. Too much action here at the front of the grid. We got two drivers far back. It's looking like three, actually. So it's going to be Phantom, Lay Jake, and Bert. So they must have had a little bit of an incident going into turn one. Huss up 3 positions off the start, so great start from him. Hammers down 1, Lunatic down 1. We got Dune up 1, Felix up 1, Nathaniel up 1. Rishi down 4, so not a great start from Rishi. Stavs up 1. TGL in the Alfa Romeo up 3. And Bowie in the Red Bull up 4. The rest, we got No Name, the Ghost down 5 positions. And then the 3 at the back of the grid gonna struggle to make up that time. So Fox Blue jumping back to the front, trying to get that 1 second gap in between him and Huss. 1.1 right now. Hammers is hanging in very close to Huss here with a 0.2. 0.2 of a second behind him now. Tires should be warmed up around 85 to 90 degrees now for each of the drivers on the grid. Lay Jake and Prize Phantom are going to jump into the pit lane. We'll look at the tires, see if they put the hards on, which they will. So they're going to go long. If the rain comes earlier than expected, maybe around lap 20, 25, I think you can stretch the hards until you can put the intermediates on, but it will be a bit of a toss-up on the strategy for them. A little bit unfortunate for the start. Yellow flag in 2 and 3. What's going on there? Something going on between the Ghost and Bowie here. I think. Maybe a slide from one of them. I believe it was in the... I don't know what turn it was. Oh, okay, so a little bit of an issue. Must have been Bowie having a bit of an incident. Maybe he ran into the back of the Ghost. So he's going to jump into the pits. It's going to be the hard tires for him. I wouldn't expect to see him on the softs. Dune on the hards, surrounded by medium runners up in P5 here. So not a bad start from Dune. Fox Blue. Huss has been passed actually by Hammer, so maybe a mistake from Huss. He had a 0.2 second gap, but now it's up to almost a second back to Hammers. So I don't know if Hammers put the car in overdrive or maybe Huss got a little damage because this gap is dropping fast. Really dropping away from Hammers pretty quickly here. There is a bit of a gap to close on Fox. 2 seconds away right now. Tell Fox to slow down, give everyone else a chance. Everyone is not going to need a chance, Stewart, when Fox bends it into the wall. Yesterday it was his own right foot that clicked the throttle down a little too early that screwed him over. But today I have a feeling that his best friend, the Tech Pro Barrier, is going to be back, calling Fox's name. Sector 1, what's going on in Sector 1? Alfa Romeo, it looks like, has a spin. That's going to be TGL Stewart. So TGL Stewart's around, losing a couple positions there. The grid is looking like pretty spread out right now. Couple incidents off the start. Always some action in Division 3. Couple crashes, couple incidents. But as of right now, I think the top 9 or 10 are still pretty close together. holding it within 1 second. Just trying to stay within DRS. Oh, super close, but I don't think he's going to get it. Does get the fastest lap. Hammer gets the fastest lap. As one of the McLarens had an incident in the last corner, losing some time. Not Rishi, I believe it was. Hammer's putting in the fastest lap, closing the gap to Fox Blue here. Down to 1.6 seconds. It was at 2.1 a couple laps ago. Fox Blue, I don't know if Fox Blue might have destroyed his tires, or if he's just trying to sit back now and save them. Both of them doing pretty well on ERS, as somebody else had an incident just before the chicane in Sector 3. I think it's going to be Prize Phantom again. Let's have a little peek here. It is Prize Phantom, so a little spin from him. Another issue out of turn 4 for the Alfa Romeo of TGL Stewart. As a pass is going down again here. Lunatic Kai getting past Huss. So I don't know if Huss might have some damage. Let's have a look at his car. Maybe some end plate damage or something going on. And maybe the pace is not there. Trading fastest laps are Fox Blue and Hammer. Both of them pushing super hard right now. A 2.4 second gap to Hammers and a 1.4 from Hammers to Fox Blue. So these front two are really running away with it right now. We'll see what the gap goes to Lunatic from Hammers here in second place to third place. But as of right now, the gap is being extended a couple tenths a lap, it looks like. So we'll have a check back next lap, see where it's at then. See if Lunatic can close it up. 1 second. 1 second. So Hammers now has DRS on Fox Blue. Fox Blue might have had a little bit of an incident out of turn 9. So nobody's really surprised. Fox Blue with another incident, dropping a couple of tenths. Not 100% sure what happened. I'm just making assumptions, but the gap is closing. That's a fact. And DRS is enabled on Hammers UK's car. So Hammers closing the gap from about 2.1 seconds down to 6 tenths now. Not looking too bad from him. The pace is looking good. Improving on his time each lap. Down on his last time by 1/10 there. Keeping it nice and clean. Up here through 9. 7, 8, 9, definitely the most difficult on the grid. I believe this is 10 right here, so turn 10 is also very difficult in my opinion. It's tough to get the power down. You gotta be short shifting in either 4 or 5 to get the power down early. So Hammer's shifting well here. It's got a, third gear is not a great gear to come out of that last corner in. Can give you some wheel spin. But the gap holding around 5 or 6 tenths. So Hammer's not doing anything too crazy. Same thing with Fox Blue, not expending any ERS from the both of them. Just a little bit on exit, give you a little extra oomph out of the corner. Fox Blue's down on his time. So yeah, that'll be another 10th gain for Hammers UK. As we have a yellow, that is going to be turn 3. Looks like somebody might have lost grip. It'll be Bert, SM Bert, I believe. in the Aston Martin, or should I say the green Red Bull. So we'll let this play out for now. But Nathaniel, very close battle with Eon Dune. So I love how I realized halfway through the races I'm just pronouncing everybody's name wrong, but I'm just going to continue to do it. I believe it's Dune, but the N-E makes me think it's Dune. This might be the pass for Nathaniel, going around the outside. Is he going to stick it? No, really late break from Dune there. Allows him to keep the position. Stav right behind the both of them now, 3/10. 5/10, sorry. That's Nathaniel, 3/10 behind Dune. 4/10, looking back up the top, 3 or 4/10 for Hammers on Fox Blue now, so closing the gap little by little every lap. As there might have been a little slide there from Hammers, because he just dropped it back to 5. So these three in a very close battle. Oh, Dune is flashing up there, under 10% on his ERS. He's at 11. So Nathaniel should have a pretty easy pass on the main straight here. I don't think if Huss gets by him, it's going to be super close going into turn 1. But whoa, what do we got here? Oh no! Hammers! Hammers has had an issue. He's got the ERS to make the pass, but I think he had a little bit of a slide coming out of the last corner, so a mistake for Hammers is going to drop him back 3 positions. Quickly back down here, so no passes made for Nathaniel and Stav. Dune defending the position well with no ERS left. So good on him. Holding spot. Nathaniel is really looking to get past Dune now because Stav is going to be putting some heavy pressure on him. Rishi also coming up to the back of this DRS train. Gonna make it a 4-driver DRS train here. Will they close in on Felix actually? If Dune can get in a second of Felix, he's being pushed hard. So if the more the drivers behind push him, the more he's going to catch up to Felix and maybe be back in the DRS on this lap, actually. Let's see here. He's had a great 3rd sector, so Felix now in the lead. What is happening there? It is a Ferrari, so the revs bouncing around is no mystery. It's an engine problem. So, the new leader of the DRS train is Felix. Unless he can get with 1 second of Huss. As we've got another issue, it's going to be TGL Stewart. Around and around she goes. Spinning out of the final corner. So there'll be a knockdown to P14 for TGL Stewart. Lap 11 now. Only a couple cars have been into the pits. I believe Bowie, Jake, and Prize Phantom. They all had a collision at the start of the race, I believe. Wardy as well, actually. Wardy has fit the medium compound. I believe he started on the softs. So, good decision for him to come in. Would have been lap 9, I believe. So, Felix in the lead of this train. Is kind of spread out now as the sky is beginning to get dark. I think it's a good strategy here from Wardy. Wardy started on the softs, didn't gain too many positions off the start, but, you know, soft to medium to intermediate, I believe, is what he's thinking right now. There is around 20 laps to go, 21 laps. So it'd be a bit of a stretch to do 24 laps by the end of the race. Those mediums would be on. But to make it to the rain and put some intermediates on could be a good strategy call. That's, as we're talking strategy, Fox Blue is back up to a 4.5 second gap on on Lunatic Kai in second place. So Fox Blue has either found some pace, or is he coming to pits now? Or Lunatic has made a bit of a mistake. There was a little bit of carnage back there with 2, 3, and 4 when Hammers had his mistake of the last corner. Pretty unfortunate for him. As you can see though, Huss now leads the DRS train. And Huss and Felix are both flashing. The guys behind them are definitely going to be able to save up ERS. So both of these guys under 10%. Dunn had to blast a lot of his out earlier in the race. But the guys behind, 43, 63, and 32 for Narishi. But these two right here saving up their ERS well, sticking in the DRS train. A move will have to be made pretty soon if they want to get into the pits ahead of these guys. And again, both of them are actually on the hard tire. And Dune is as well, but lacking on ERS. As Felix was trying to go for a pass there, I think. Oh, a little bit of a slide for Felix. In the third sector, the gap is now 5.7 seconds to second place for Fox Blue. Showing some serious pace. That's rain. It is raining now, so lap 14, it's about to get crazy. Lap 14. Oh man, and it's raining. As we've got the Ghost in P10 going into the pits. Will he put the intermediate tires on? The Ghost. Let's see. Intermediates for the Ghost. So the first intermediate runner right here. I wonder how this is going to turn out. I think it might be just a little bit too dry for intermediates right now, but 1-2 laps from now, it'll be perfect for the intermediate tires. 5-second penalty for TGL Stewart speeding in the pit lane, so Stewart's going to have the same idea. The guys on the hard tires right now are actually going to have way more difficult time than the guys on the mediums keeping traction in this rain. Bottom couple now, Wardy into the pits, Stewart into the pits, Jake into the pits, all are going to fit the intermediate tires. Same thing with Prize Phantom. Now the biggest question is, Hammers is back up into P2. So he made the pass, and here we go. The whole field coming in. The whole field, absolute train. As you can see, oh, a little bit of craziness in the pits. Oh, Bert just says, screw the pit lane line, and drives straight over it. Last one to come into the pits is going to be Bowie. So Bowie should enter right now, as he does. And everyone will be on the intermediate tire. Fox Blue, 5.1 seconds. A little bit of time dropped in the pit lane there to Hammers. And we'll see how the gap fluctuates through the next couple laps here. So lap 15 out of 33, and the rain is falling. No major incidents so far, no DNFs. So everyone looking good here. so far. Little bit of an issue with Bowie and TGL Stewart. I don't know if Bowie received a 5-second as well for speeding in the pit lane, but that is what TGL has. It's TGL. Let's see, penalties 5 seconds. So yeah, it would be a speeding in the pit lane for Bowie. Was that enabled or disabled? I'm gonna have a look back on the stream to see that. Okay, so DRS disabled. I was going to say you're going to enable DRS right now. It's not looking too good. So, intermediates. A lot of the grid with only one stop so far. Bowie with 2. Wardy with 2. Lejake with 2. And Prize Phantom with 2. Everybody else in the one stop. Obviously now those guys have had some issues throughout the race, so... Alright, we're going to jump down to Nathaniel here. So Nathaniel, closest gap on the track right now, 0.4 seconds behind Not Rishi. Looking like Nathaniel's getting, ooh, a little bit of a slide. But it is looking like Nathaniel's getting the grips with the wet a little bit better than Not Rishi is. Rishi had a slide out of 11 there, I believe it is. As the PS4 controller decides to come unplugged. Let us back in. Thank you very much. An ERS battle down to turn 1. And that's looking like it's going to be a clean pass from Nathaniel. So, Nathaniel passed Rishi into P7. Stavroulis, the next driver up. We'll see if he can make that happen. Is done right behind us here. Within a tenth. See what happens. Oh. Oh, super wide from Dunn. Super wide, then he's going to get jumped on by Stav. Side by side here. Into 10. 10 into 11. Stav's going to get the inside and make the pass on Eon Doom. So, nice pass there from Stavroulis. A little bit of a mistake from Dunn on the exit of 9. Running wide. Gave Stav the opportunity to make the pass in the next couple corners. Doom not going to give it up too easily, though. Blasting his ERS, trying to stay in the slipstream. So, these three, close battle. Fox Blue currently 5.5 seconds. So looking good so far for Fox Blue. Not too many issues going on for him. I think he had a little bit of a mistake earlier in the race and let Hammers get close. But other than that, it's been a pretty clean race from him so far. As SM Burt had a little bit of a spin there on turn 3. And he's back on the track now. And doing okay again. My energy levels are depleting. My ERS is low. Letting out a couple yawns, I apologize. That was the cringiest thing anyone's ever said on a DTR stream. My ERS is low in real life. Oh, Hammer's closing up the gap a little bit. Bringing it down under 5 seconds now. So he might be finding some pace. You really gotta, when it starts to rain, you gotta explore the limits early. Explore the limits early, find the limits of the track, find the limits of the car, and it'll give you a massive advantage on the people that are just taking their time. Couple guys into the pits here. Could be Bert into the pits, actually. Wonder what Bert's doing. So, a new set of intermediates for Bert. I believe he just had to change a wing from the, either a wing or his tires were seriously overheated from the spin he had in turn 3 last lap. Lap 19 now. So, just about 13 to go. Hammer's 4.5 seconds behind Fox. A nice exit. Hammer's actually closing the gap pretty quick to Fox here. Fox might be in trouble. There's a lot of laps left in this race for a battle. This traffic's not going to help Fox out either. We got Prize Phantom. And Prize gets right out of the way for Fox. So, next up is going to be Hammers. Let's see if Hammers can get by him as fast as Fox did. The gap down to 4 seconds now. Let's see if Hammers can get it under 4 seconds. It's going to be a 3-second time penalty for Bowie for multiple warnings on the corners. So under 3 now. Sector 3. Something's going on in Sector 3. No way. Is it Bert around again? Oh, Bert are the last corners around. Is he going to be able to get out of the way here? He's back on now, going very slowly. Who just had a penalty there? Was it Bert that had a penalty? I believe so. Oh, the traffic. You gotta get out of the way, man. There you go, good job. So 4 seconds, holding around 4 right now, the gap from Hammers to Fox Blue. Let's have a look down actually to Dunn, who is very close to Huss here. Might be looking to put a move on him soon. Same thing with Nathaniel. So these three still going at it. Been going at it for about 7 laps, 8 laps now. It's still the three of them just pushing each other to the limit right now. Huss defending very well from the both of them. So yeah, you know, I think there's going to be a lot more to see from these three for the rest of the race. The positions are going to switch around a whole lot, I believe. So nothing too crazy right now. Jumping back and forth in positions. Let's check the ERS levels. So Nathaniel at 78, Huss at 45, and Dunn at 41. So Nathaniel with the best ERS level overall is going to be able to use that to his advantage. We just save it up. The raw pace is looking good. Oh, a great run out of the final corner. And this is going to be it. Easily done by Nathaniel on Huss. Just a great pass from him. Had an incredible run out of the final corner there. Somebody's off up here. Looks like a Red Bull. We're about to find out. The Red Bull that's close to Stav. Okay, so it was Prize Phantom. Prize Phantom having another little spin. Like a little issue for the Ghost himself. Having a little issue in turn 3 there. But other than that, I'm surprised. There haven't been any DNFs yet. Everybody's actually having a relatively clean race. It's not a whole lot going on. The gaps are pretty big. Other than the 3 in the middle. Sector 2, as I say that, the Ghost has retired from the race. Oh no! And that's going to be a safety car. So are we going to see anyone jump into the pits and put a new set of tires on? So the Ghost does what ghosts do and vanishes himself from this race. There he is, in the wall. The car is in shambles. That's millions in damages. Nathaniel's going to put on the wets. Is it time for the wets? That's the question. So the Ghost retiring from the race in, I would say, the most difficult set of corners on the track. 7, 8, and 9. The uphill left, uphill right. It's super difficult in the rain. Moderately difficult in the dry. And the corners just ate him up. 7 and 8. Got a bad run, maybe on the throttle too early, and got sent into the wall. So unfortunate from the Ghost. But other than Nathaniel, only a couple other drivers in the pits, but nobody onto the wets. Who's that going into the pits? It is TGL Stewart, I believe. So TGL Stewart into the pit lane. This is incredible for Hammer, because Hammer has some, you know, very nice pace in the wet right now. Lay Jake's going to chuck the wet tire on as well, as SM Burt and TGL Stewart chuck on a new set of intermediates. So they'll most likely take those to the end of the race. If the rain stays up at the rate it is. I'm a little bit intrigued to see what the wet tire is going to do. I don't think it's really wet enough for the full wet tire. But I could be wrong. I think if we start to see a lot of standing water on the track, a lot of puddles and stuff, that's when it will be time to put the wet on. Oh, Fox! Not under the safety car. Fox Blue would have never lived that one down. That would have been replayed, clipped, and shoved in his face for the rest of his life. You know, I really don't know anyone who has ever crashed under a safety car before. It's just, you know, a horrible thing to see. Just as a little heads up, I myself have actually crashed under a safety car before in the dry. It wasn't even wet. And it is pretty embarrassing. You get called some names after you do something like that. So, one more lap maybe here of the safety car. And then I think we should be back in. If these guys can make it, though. I mean, lap 25 right now. Might go around once again. Grid's still pretty spread out. Somebody else hopped in the pits there. It's going to be Huss. So Huss hops in the pits. Probably going to put a new... Oh my gosh, Huss is onto the wets. So maybe it is starting to... Oh, we are seeing puddles forming now. So if you look at the wet part of the track on the outside there, you see the puddles forming. And at this point in time, I was told the rain was going to get heavier. So, intermediate, 10 lap old, top 5, all still on those same tires. Will they make the decision to come into the pits? And will Nathaniel, in turn, take the lead of the race? Who knows? Huss made a good decision at a good time there too. So onto the wet tires for Huss is going to come through, and if the rest of these guys go into the pits, he will end up getting probably up to P2. So we'll see what happens, see if everyone comes into the pits here, and then I think the safety car should be out another lap. I don't believe it will come in just yet. The rain, as you can see, is getting heavier. Lots of puddles forming on the track now. For some reason, it just has loved to rain in Spain this week. We've had rain in Division 1, 2, and 3 now. So will the safety car be out for another lap? Yes, it will. Will the drivers pit? Yes, they will. So 1, 2, Kai coming in, Stav coming in, Felix coming in, and that is going to move Nathaniel and RPM Huss up to P1 and 2. Dune should make it through. Oh yeah, definitely a full wet weather right now. So most drivers on the full wet tire. What is Bert gonna do? Bert just came through, I think, didn't he? So if Bert wants to pit, that's really weird. I don't know what Bert did. Because he's super close to the front of the safety car pack. The safety car is gonna kind of, like, it's gotta come in sooner or later here. Honestly, it's been out for like four or five laps at this point. But the three cars here, the Haas, the AlphaTauri, I believe, and the Aston Martin Green Bull, I don't think are going to be given the chance to catch up. As the rest of the cars coming into the third sector, safety car will be in this lap. So, Nathaniel, P1, Huss, P2, and Dune, P3. They made a, pretty good strategy decision, all going onto the wets a lap before the top 5 decided to do the same. We're able to pass them under safety car condition. I think we'll stick on with Dune here for the restart. So here we go. Was it a good restart for Nathaniel? Yes. Oh, what's going on here? Phantom? No way. Are we witnessing something? No way. No way. We need a visual of this. We need a visual of this. I think the Red Bulls just crashed into each other. Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo just crashed into each other. Bowie and Prize Phantom both out of this race at the same time. And I saw one blue dot on the track. So, I don't know, because I didn't see anyone else retired in the pit lane. So what I'm thinking happened is the Red Bulls just, they just decided to crash into each other. Game over. No points for Red Bull today. Horrible result. Super unfortunate for them. So nothing too crazy going on here so far after the restart. The track is soaked as of right now. So not too much happening. Everybody just trying to keep the car on track at this point in time. The closest battle we'll see here is Dune and Huss. Dune grabbing a little curve there. Oh, under the grass. That could have been fatal. Oh! Fox Blue. Some contact. Fox Blue sending one up the outside there. Oh no, is Hammers going to do something crazy? I thought Hammers was going to do something crazy there. He was right on the back of Fox Blue through 7. You crashed into Stav after my game said green flag. What happened to your teammate? This is Prize Phantom in the chat right now saying he crashed into Stav Brulis, who is down in P10 right now. Game glitch. Oh, but it wasn't a green flag. Interesting. So, TGL Stewart doesn't care about being lapped. Ignores the blue flags. Gets a 5-second time penalty for it. Bowie comes in the chat and says, he turned into me and sent me into the wall. Who was this? Was this your own teammate, Bowie? I'm really trying to figure this out. I had a whole spiel about it earlier. I only saw one Red Bull dot on the track, and it looked like both of the Red Bulls were that dot. I wasn't able to catch the crash close up. We need some more information here at the studio. This race, I believe this race might just be over at this point. Everyone is just trying to survive. Not a whole lot of battling going on here. Oh my gosh. Brittany comes in the chat. Wrong website for comments like that, Brittany. You're going to need to go somewhere else. Holy mackerel. Oh, I know it's a bot. I just think it's hilarious anyways. Boop. Cool. Brittany coming in here getting crazy. Brittany the bot. 11010 is Brittany's real name. So we got a yellow flag in Sector 1. No, it's yeah, it's a computer. It's 1101011101101010110. TGL Stewart ignoring blue flags again. So who is he ignoring? So where is he in the pack? Oh, no way. Wait, who's behind him? It's not. Is it Hammers? It's Hammers. Oh, you know what he's doing. I think TGL Stewart is faster than these guys, and he's trying to unlap himself, and by doing so... Okay, yeah, by doing so, he's holding them up here and there. And that's giving him time penalties. That's a little unfair, I think, but... Hey, if he gets them removed, he gets them removed. I'll jump in for an interview after the race. Bowie and Price, I'm going to need you both for a post-race interview. Alright, the Red Bull controversy today. Both of the Red Bull teammates crashing into each other. We got to talk about this. Lap 31 now, guys. Nathaniel Perrin, 2.5 seconds ahead of RPM Hussert in second place. Everyone just kind of looking to bring the car home today. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of curb for Dunn. That could have been dangerous. TGL again. Honestly, at this point, I think TGL is just kind of getting messed around with by the game a little bit. Unless he is actually blocking Hammers, but I'm not really seeing any blocking here. I think they're both about the same pace right now, and... Oh, a little slide there. Yeah, so TGL's just got a little bit of pace. He's gonna try and unlap himself on Fox here. Oh no, he's not actually gonna try this, is he? Oh my gosh, he tried it and he took him out! How did I just know that was gonna happen? Fox Blue gets taken out and TGL Stewart sends it into the wall. Oh, the bot! Okay, so TGL Stewart actually got disqualified. So it's AI that's racing this whole time, and the AI just tried to dive bomb Fox Blue to unlap itself. How did he get disqualified? Oh no, he got disqualified just now. No, so it was... What? Okay, I'm very confused as to what just happened, but that was anarchy. So this is it. Nathaniel rounding the final corner, about to start the last lap of the race. There has been major confusion today. A bit of an exciting race. At one point or another. Went from fully dry to a little bit wet to completely drenched. It's going to be a 3.3 second gap from Nathaniel to the second place driver, RPM Hussert. So as long as Nathaniel just brings the car home here, I think he's got the dub secured. Felix gets a pass done on Not Rishi. As SM Burke comes out of the pit lane with an absolute insane move, putting the soft tire on in Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, Nathaniel looks like he's going to take this dub. Just too far back. Going to bring the car home. Through the final chicane. Out of the last corner. And he bins it. No, he keeps it on track. So there it is. Nathaniel Perrin, P1. Nice strategy choice from him. RPM Husserk and Eon Dune. At the end of the race, they came in under the safety car. A couple positions back. They were about, I believe, 6, 7, and 8. They all dove into the pits before everyone else dove into the pits. Got the wets on before everyone else got the wets on. And were able to pass all the top 5 intermediate runners when they dove into the pits. So great job from those 3. That'll be Hammers in P4, Fox Blue P5, Felix P6, Lunatic Kai P7, Not Rishi P8, Stavroulis just came across the line in P9, Wardy in P10, Leje coming out of the final corner now. About to be in P11. And SM Burt crosses the line, sporting the soft tire in the torrential downpour, taking last place. So, those are your results. We're just going to have a little peek at the results, and then we're going to have a small post-race interview with Prize Phantom here, because I need some explanation of what happened to the Red Bull team today. So, going over the standings once again for Stavroulis. We have Nathaniel Perrin, P1, RPM Huss in P2, Eon Dune in P3, Hammersuck P4, Hammers UK, my bad. Fox Blue in P5, Felix P6, the Frenchman, Lunatic Kai in P7, Narishi in P8, Stavroulis in P9, Wardy P10, Lejake P11, SM Burt P12, Bowie 13, Prize Phantom 14, The Ghost in 15th, and TGL Stewart in 16th. But from 13 to 16 were all DNFs. So, unfortunate from those 4. But we are on to the post-race interview now. I do believe we have Prize Phantom in the party. Are you here, Prize?
Yeah, I am. I'm here.
So, Prize, I gotta ask you, what the heck happened today, man? Not looking good.
I have no idea. Like, I was having high hopes for today because I got some practice reserving for Division 2 yesterday, and I did well. I didn't get lapped, but then I crashed. Very fun. So, start of the race, I got spun out by an AlphaTauri during the chaos after someone spins. I, got wing damage, had to pit, and was pretty fine and got lapped. Then near the end of the race, we were under safety car, and I was focusing on my map at the time, and it was like blind. You couldn't see anything, so I was just looking at my map to see if I was doing okay. And the car, the whole map went green, which usually means like green flag. And I thought,
right?
Yeah, I thought the game was just having a spaz, and decided to start the green flag early. So I was like, oh, okay, and I floored it without realizing that the game was telling fibs, and I slammed into the back of an AlphaTauri.
Oh.
And the only reason I did that was, I couldn't see anything. So if it was dry temperature, if it was dry weather and it happened, if I saw it, I would be able to brake in time. But because I couldn't see anything, I just slammed into the back of him.
So basically what you're saying, and I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but what happened today is you took out a driver from your own team, and you almost took out one from the sister team.
No, I took out the one from the sister team. The one who was on my actual team was long ahead of me. Like, I don't know where he was. I think not TGL, Bowie said in Discord that TGL had turned in on him and he crashed.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay, because I was a bit confused about that. All right, well, not a great day for the Red Bulls, but there's always time to bounce back. Next week will be a different race race in Miami next week. I just want to thank everybody for watching today, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Also, thank you to Prize Phantom for the post-race interview.
You're welcome.